Hey, today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 5, episode 15. It starts off with Cynthia. She was at the Bailey agency. She was getting things ready for the pageant she's having, the Renaissance pageant. I don't remember that. But anyway, Kenya walks in with some 16-year-old girl that she wants to be a part of the Bailey agency and also wants the girl to be a part of the pageant. And I'm sitting there like, where's this girl mama? Why the hell she didn't walk in with her? How does this girl know that Cynthia knows, not Cynthia, Kenya knows anything about pageants, because this girl wasn't born, thought of, or anything, when Kenya won her class. So, I don't know. But anyway, then they start talking about, Cynthia was kind of overwhelmed with everything because she got rid of Portia, so now everything's falling on her in such a short little time. Knowing you didn't have time to be firing nobody, you needed all the damn help you can get. We're going to tell part when I get to the passage part. But anyway, they talking about all of that. She's talking about how she has to cut ties with Portia and all this kind of stuff. And Cynthia just be throwing shade, and I'm not here for Cynthia. I'm not with it. She tell her how she's having Boris Kojo as the host, and I was like, oh, sexy, just sexy, period. But he's going to be the host of the pageant and all that. So then they start talking about Kenya she was like, I really don't need the girls to do anything or whatever, but just come. So Kenya was like, you don't want me to be a judge, or she asked about being a judge. So then Cynthia was like, well, after the last time, she was like, don't bring up the past. So she was like, after the last time, I understand Cynthia bringing up the past, and I understand Cynthia, like, really want her to work for her because she know about pageants, but I just was like, all of a sudden y'all best friends, all of a sudden y'all such good damn friends, I don't understand. But, anyway, she let her, even though she had hesitations or whatever, she tell her, yes, she could be a judge or whatever. And I was just like, hell to the no. Because sometimes it just feel like Kenya do things to make things about herself and see if she can get some kind of shine out of it. That's what I get from Kenya. Anyway, Portia and Cordell, they're having dinner, I guess at a little pizza place, because it wasn't like a fancy restaurant. And he kind of immediately threw me off, and usually I'm on Cordell's side, but this was kind of really threw me off when she asked for a Sprite, and he ordered her wine. Like, no, bitch, this is what I want you to drink. This is what you're going to drink. And she acted like she was scared to say, well, I'm trying to get pregnant. I really don't want to drink. But I just didn't get that. I didn't get that one. So they talking about how she's been away from home. I guess she's being more involved in the foundation, her grandfather's foundation, so she's being home late. And he was like, well, I don't want to seem mean or whatever, but, I would like you home earlier. And like I said, about every conversation that they have, you can tell that Portia is a trophy wife, and she's there to please him and on him only. You're supposed to just be at home, and that's it. All this trying to have your own life, I really don't see that that's what Cordell signed up for. I really don't. He's the old school dude, and he signed up for a housewife to sit your ass at home, let him take care of you. That's what he signed up for, and you just look pretty. Be his little Barbie doll. So then he was like, she was talking about how she wanted her career. And he was saying how you gonna do that and have babies or whatever. And she was like, well, I'm gonna hire a nanny. And he was like, hell to the no, you're not. I mean, that's basically what he was saying. He was like, no, you're not. Like, and I understand, like, you can't be saying you want some damn kids and have somebody else raise your kids. I'm with Cordell on that one. Bitch, if you have them, you take care of them. Don't be trying to say, oh, y'all got money, y'all gonna have somebody else take care of them. Like, what? These new age women, I just don't get it. Stop! Don't have no damn kids if that's what you want your career. I'm not with women having kids and letting another woman just take care of them when you could have raised your own damn kids. And then when they come out mass murders and shit and people just going crazy, you wasn't there to raise them. So, boo, shut up. Anyway, moving on from that. Phaedra and Apollo, they having a little dinner, and I think his name is Chef Robley or something. He is cute, and he used to have a show, and he is so cute, and he the way I've seen him cook on shows, he's a really good chef, and he does it. He's successful. But they're having a dinner, and they talk about some oysters or whatever, and then they having like a couple's dinner with Candy and Todd. And it was really cool. It was a really nice little scene with them having dinner and just being a couple. I like that. It wasn't nobody flirting with nobody else's man at the table, so it was cool. They talk about they wanted a girl trip. I think Candy said she wanted a girl trip. So they said how they were gonna go see Nene in LA. So they were gonna go stop in LA and then they were gonna go to Vegas and Wild Out Wednesday or whatever. Yeah. After that, so like I said, that was a nice little thing. So then after that, Candy and Marvin Sapp, they're in the studio because she wants him, he's supposed to be working with her on Prayed Up. So that was cool. She tells everybody how her family is, church people, even though what she does in her life, she grew up in the church. Her family was bishops in the Holiness Church, and I can understand that because, my family was in the church. My grandparents were pastors and stuff like that. So I get where Candy coming from. Like, even though what you do, you still know right from wrong. You was raised in the church, so I get that. Her father came, I think he's a pastor or whatever, because he was you could tell he was happy that she's finally doing church music. You could tell he was really happy with the song. He was really emotional with the song, and she was telling him, don't be crying. And she was saying how her mom said she get her emotional side from him or whatever. So he was choked up, and he was really proud of his daughter. I like how when she was trying to explain herself and what she wanted to do with this song with Marvin Sapp, he was just like, stop right there. You ain't got to explain yourself. You ain't got to explain what you do. And I like how that worked out with them. Anyway, moving on, Cynthia and Nene. Cynthia's in town for a couple of days or whatever, so Nene's in town, so her and Cynthia, they meet up and they're talking, and Nene wants to see. She acts like she don't want to be, and she's so beyond the gossip, but she really wants the gossip. So they talk about Kenya being in the pageant, she being a judge, and Nene like, what the hell? What are you thinking about, Cynthia? And she was like, well, she acts nice, and I'm like, sorry, did you forget Cynthia didn't have a damn backbone, so she wasn't gonna tell her no. She needed somebody else to be there for her to tell her no. But Nene was like, she's a fool. You can't. You like what are you thinking? Like, if anything bad happens at this pageant, you brought it on yourself, basically. She was just like, she got a background in pageants and all this yada 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 stuff. But Cynthia, Nene was just telling her the real. Then they started talking about the girl trip. Nene was talking about how they better not bring that drama to LA because that's her peace away from all this kind of stuff. So they better not bring that shit to LA. Oh, they even talked about Nene's show and how she got her share and all this stuff. After that, Portia and she brings baby Jaden home to babysit baby Jaden. That's her niece, her brother's child. Portia. I love Portia. I think she's beat. I think her face is beat. Her clothes is beat. I think she's so pretty. But reproducing kids shouldn't be in her vision. Like, having kids, no way, no how. Don't babysit nobody's kids. None of that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. Just be the trophy wife that your husband asked you to be. Please, please. This whole segment of her watching this little girl, I was so disturbed. I thought this little girl was going to get hurt. Something's going to happen that they was going to have to call 911. Don't do it, Portia. Do not have kids. Cordell, if somebody know Cordell, watch this. Tell them don't have no kids with Portia. Not just yet. Wait a little bit longer. She's not ready. She's not mature enough to have no kids. Sorry, Jaden. I just felt so bad for this baby. I just really felt bad for this baby. The baby was going to choke off the Twizzler when she was laying down changing this baby. Don't have no kids. Just don't have no kids. That's all I can say with Portia. Just be cute. Just be that wife and be cute. And then you want to have twins. You want to have two of them at the same damn time, and you couldn't take care of one at the same damn time. I just don't get it. You couldn't cook and watch Jaden, and you want two babies and be a wife. That wasn't gonna work. Anyway, Candy in the studio. Marvin Sapp comes back, and he does his take, his portion of the song, and the song is beautiful. I say the song is really nice. I can't say nothing bad about the song. I can't say nothing bad about his part, her part, and that. Cynthia's pageant. This shit was full. I mean, I give her an A for effort, but an F for the whole damn pageant. From the beginning to the end of this pageant, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. It was horrible. Kenya came in, sashaying away, taking pictures, trying to, think she was a celebrity. I don't know. Candy, I like how Candy comes, and she's always on time. She always supports. Phaedra was late. Portia was late. Portia brought this crying-ass baby. Knowing you was sitting in the front row. Darren J was there. I mean, it was cool that everybody supported this shit, but it was horrible from the beginning to the end. From the beginning of her picking up boards from the hotel, and he wasn't dressed right, and he was just casual for her pageant. First of all, apparently you didn't give him no damn dress code. You didn't give him no memo of what he was supposed to do. You didn't give him no memo. Y'all didn't have no kind of rehearsal. I just didn't get it. How did you have a rehearsal for that last fashion show, but you don't have a rehearsal with your host and everybody from with your pageant? I just didn't get it. Even the little guy that helped her do the pageant, he just seemed like he was kind of irritated too. They were like, the script, they didn't know the script, they didn't know the people's names, they didn't know, the mics didn't work. It was just horrible. I'm not going to say nothing nice about this pageant besides that she tried. That's it. I don't know what organization, foundation she works with, because she wasn't working with Portia anymore. So who was you benefiting besides the Bailey agency? So I don't know. But, I was cool with you representing before. You was giving proceeds to somebody. Now you didn't say who you was giving proceeds to. Then, I did like how Kenya didn't throw her under the bus, because I just knew Kenya was going to throw her under the bus and throw all kind of shade, even in the confessionals, but she felt like this was her first one, so she wasn't going to trip. But, yeah, I didn't like this at all. I didn't like how they were saying the wrong names. I didn't like what's his name, Boris Kojo. I didn't like him being the host. I didn't like none of it. Anyway, this was the episode for this was my review for this episode. It don't even be too much to talk about. I don't know. I'm not looking for drama on this show, but I'm just looking for so much more from this whole season. Andy needs to hurry up and cut this down season, hurry up and get to the finale. Shit, Shaw's of Sunset and their finale and their reunion was better than all of this whole down 15 damn episodes. Anyway, this was my recap of Housewives of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 15. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at thaghettoview, THA, not THE. Instagram me, Miss Nika69, MIZVNEKA69. Facebook me at thaghettoview. Talk to me and I'll talk back. All right.